Number 5 Perth moment. It would have to be the first time I fought at Challenge Stadium in Perth, at home as a professional fighter. I think it was November 11 or November 9. It was November 9 back in 2002, Indonesian Niko Turiri. And that was not long after the Bali bombings. And I wore the Kingsley Football Club's jumper into the ring with, I think, 7 of their players that had passed away from the Bali bombing, unfortunately. And they presented me with a jumper, and I got the boys to write down each and every one of their names and their number they played in, but not their names, their nicknames, what the boys called them, and had, you know, all the boys in the crowd. It was a very emotional time walking into that arena, and it was the first time it was like, holy heck. Coupled with the emotion of what I was wearing as a tribute to the people that lost their lives in Bali, as well as first time fighting at home and the atmosphere in that venue, just about blew my top. Number 4 moment would have been against Jason Delisle back in 2006, September 2006, if I remember rightly. Just come off the world title loss, so we both come off losses in our careers. We stepped up at light heavyweight and met each other. Fantastic fight. He gave me hell for the whole fight. Round 3 opened up. He needed 10 staples to close this wound here. His nose was over here. Both eyes were shut. Busted a couple of his ribs. That was Wednesday night. Friday night we're out to dinner on the Terps together. It's the kind of, it's the sport I'm in. It's the kind of guy I am and the kind of guy he is. We try to take each other's heads off in there, and the crowd loved it, and it was a humdinger of a fight. But at the end of the day, it's a sport. We're mates, and we went out and had a few beers a couple of nights later. Number 3 moment I've had at Challenge Stadium that's been the most exciting, I guess, would be my victory over BJ Flores back in November 17, 2010. People didn't realise, but before that fight, I didn't run once on the oval or the grass or anywhere on the treadmill because my back was so bad injured. I had stress fractures in my lower back. I carried that the whole way through. Our preparation was not the best, to say the least. It was very disjointed, and I had the confidence. The fight was that close to being called off on 2 or 3 occasions. I said, no, I'm going to do this, mentally switched on, I can beat this bloke. A much bigger, stronger, athletically more gifted man than me, but he didn't possess the mongrel, didn't possess the punch, he didn't possess the will to win that I had. Number 2 is probably a strange one. We walked in the ring for the world title back in 2007. It was for the WBA world title against Stipe Drews, the champion. And Angelo, my trainer, turned to me and he said, can you feel the love in this air? It was kind of a strange thing to say to me. He was saying before, a strange thing to say to me when I'm trying to get revved up to go out there and, seek and destroy against this champion. But there was just so much love and feeling and atmosphere and good feeling in the air. It was just incredible. There is no place like fighting in Challenge Stadium. But that time when Angelo said to me, can you feel the love in the air? I turned to him just before the fight, the bell started. I said, yeah, I can feel it. It's fantastic. It just was so uplifting. Number 1 moment at Challenge Stadium, without doubt, was when I took the light heavyweight title, the WBA light heavyweight title, from the champion Stipe Drews. My son Archie was due to come out. I didn't know it was a son. I knew there was a baby in there. He was due to come out. My wife Nina was ringside. And she was due to give birth that day. So it was a very tense moment, but everything went to plan. Old mate, he did the right thing and stayed inside till about 6 days later, and I won the world title against Stipe Drews at home.